Good morning, y'all. Coming to you with one of these kind of pesky word problems. Now, I'll read it to you. It says Aaron has 2,100 United States dollars remaining or left after spending 30% of the money he took for shopping. Question is, how much money did he take along with him to shop? Put another way, how much money did he start with before he spent his money? Okay. Now, a lot of times in math, you try to figure it out by guessing and testing, and sometimes the numbers are easy and you can do that, but most of the instructors on something like this would want you to show your work. That you've heard that before, haven't you? And so we're going to just call it M. He starts with M dollars, and let's see if we can reinterpret this problem or directly translate it to get the solution. Okay. Now, okay, so I just restated the problem here for you. Now, notice I called it M for money instead of X. X is a common unknown in math, but let's call it something more meaningful, M for money. So we'll let M be the amount of money he started with. Now, they said he spent 30% of that, at which point he had $2,100 left. All right, so 30% has a decimal equivalent of 0.3, right? So he started with M dollars and then he spent 30% of that. So that's M minus 0.3 M is equal to 2,100, which is what he had left. At this point in time, there's no more reading of the problem. You don't have to read the problem anymore. You've directly translated this. This is what they call a direct translation here, a direct translation. I'll try to pencil this in here for you guys. So this is just a direct sorry, I'm having a hard time with this pen, folks, but this is a direct translation in mathematical terminology, all right? So it kind of takes the burden off. You know, my apologies, this is very sloppy. That's supposed to be the word direct. This Zoom thing is just a very poor interface. But anyway, so this is what the problem says. Aaron started with M dollars. He spent 30% of that money, and then he had $2,100 left, right? So M minus 0.03 M, think of it as 100%, and then you're taking away 30%. If that helps, if that helps, you start with 100% of a figure, and then you take 30% away. All right. And so now mathematically, this is kind of boring right here, but you can think of M as 1 times M. And so y'all have heard of the distributive property. 1 minus 0.3 is 0.7. And so that means he had 0.7 of his money remaining. But we also know that 0.7 right here, the 0.7, that 0.7 that he had remaining is equal to $2,100. The $2,100 was given. So using a standard arithmetic trick, you can move the decimal, 0.7, multiply both sides of this by 10, right? If you multiply both sides by 10, you get 7M is equal to 21,000. And if you divide both sides by 7, you get M is equal to $3,000. So that's what Aaron started with. You can check it by noting that 30% of $3,000 is $900, right? And then $3,000 minus $900 is $2,100. So he definitely started with $3,000. And again, this method sometimes is referred to as coping with the indeterminacy, or you don't really know the answer, but at least give it a name. Give it a name, and then you can write down how that variable that you named it relates to the givens. Okay.